I'm Hailey.
I'm Sean.
And welcome to Hailey Hates Everything.
I pick a surprise topic.
And I get high and opinionated so we can discuss it together.
So grab a snack and hang out with us for
Hailey Hates Everything.
Welcome to Hailey Hates Everything, your place for stuff that Hailey hates. It's me, Sean, co-host extraordinaire, and welcoming our returning co-host, the one, the only, Hailey.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. How's it going? I love that intro, Sean. That was probably the second time you've been enthusiastic in an intro. And I really do appreciate the effort. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Woo, yeah, Hailey, woo.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And there's actually an additional reason for celebration.
What's that?
And that would be, it's Hailey's birthday.
Oh, for me?
The day this podcast coming out, it is Hailey's birthday.
It's my birthday. Go, Hailey. It's my birthday. I'm gonna party like it's my birthday. See, that's a very dated reference and a real shitty way to execute that song. So I do apologize. 50 Cent, I am so sorry. I fucked that shit up. But yes, it's my birthday. I am another year older. Not happy about the third white eyebrow hair that I have found, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, for this episode's topic,
I hope y'all can hear the birds, by the way. I have the window open because the birds sound so nice and it helps my nervous system. So I hope y'all can hear the birds. Those are actual birds. That's not a sound effect.
True.
If you can hear it at all.
Yeah. If you hear a lawnmower come up, it's not a sound effect. It's somebody mowing their lawn.
Yeah, and hopefully you won't hear that. I'll have to cut that shit out.
For this episode, I thought I'd stay on theme.
Uh-oh.
And go with birthdays.
Oh, shit. Birthdays. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, yeah, I'm hot and cold about that.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
It's a good, it's a bad.
Yep.
It can be everything in between.
Yep. Usually seems like birthdays as a kid start out like super awesome. And then there's a certain age you hit and you're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've hit that. I think I've hit that. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, the parties used to be bananas.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope we're going to talk about birthday parties.
Oh, absolutely.
I think I got some stories.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Perfect. Bring it up again at the end of the episode, but if you guys got any birthday stories, like worst birthday ever, anything like that, let us know on, social media or email and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, please don't be shy.
Yeah.
The amount of shyness for people I know aren't shy, crazy. Don't be shy. Send it in. Send it in.
Yeah.
Please.
Trust. We want to hear about worst birthdays.
Nothing too large or too small. Whatever it is, we want to hear about it. If it is a memory that you feel called to share, share it. Share it.
Well, yeah. I mean, starting out, how are you feeling about this birthday? Without getting too...
Why? Yeah, so I'm feeling a bit trepidatious. That's probably a good word.
Would you say that that you're feeling phreganophobic?
The fuck does that mean?
Is it fear of birthday or birthday celebration?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because it's not every birthday.
Yeah.
It's this birthday in particular. I'm going to be turning 42, and that was the age that my dad was when he died. So it's kind of fucked up, when you think about it.
Yeah.
And it makes me a little hesitant to want to just I'll be celebrating that I'm 42 now.
Jumping into 42.
Yeah, yeah. So, hopefully I'll live longer than this year. Who knows? Hopefully, hopefully I won't die this year.
You won't.
But all the more reason to share your stories with me while I'm still alive. So, again, don't be a stranger. Share your stories with me. I may not make it past this year.
We may not be able to revisit Hailey Hates Birthdays ever again.
Yeah. So, come on.
Guilt trip.
But, there's just like this little scary feeling of like,
Yeah.
shit. It just seems like so soon,
Yeah, yeah.
So, that's my issue with this birthday. I'm trying not to cry this episode.
Yeah.
God damn it, Sean.
And I'm a year and a half older than Hailey, so I already got through the 42. She was worried about me.
Yeah, he survived.
I made it, so I think I'm
good.
a good example for you on how to live and enjoy 42.
Why are you rolling your neck? You keep rolling your neck at everything that you say.
It's emphasis.
Logically, I know that not everybody dies at 42. It's just a weird feeling to like get to the age that your parent was when they died. That's so weird.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah.
So thank you for bringing that up.
Absolutely, of course. Glad I could.
Thank you for choosing birthdays.
Well, it was Mother's Day, so it could have been your mom, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that, obviously, after the last episode. Not ready to go there yet. But I'll work on my stand-up routines because I did want to. I think I'm enough fucked up I could be a good stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And I have a notebook just for working on my set, just for jokes I come up with. Have I written more than a page? No, because depression doesn't feel funny when you're in it. So yeah, but I want to come up with a lot of jokes about depression and anxiety and childhood trauma. Like, I think that would be a challenge, but also fun.
Yeah.
So it's on my bucket list. Write some comedy.
Yes.
Do a set, We'll see.
Well, hopefully not bring it down even more, but do you have any stories about, like, one of your worst birthdays?
Oh, man.
Hopefully comically worst.
See, here's the thing. Because of the childhood trauma that I have spoken of, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of blacked out. There's a lot of stuff I don't remember. There's just like flashes of things I do remember, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
For that whole time period, like school, in the house, it just kind of flashes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I necessarily had that many bad birthdays that I can remember. Like, nothing stands out as being so traumatic birthday-wise. But I know that my birthday usually fell on Mother's Day, and I didn't like having to share my birthday with other stuff, especially considering my mom's actions and viewpoint of me. Having to share a day with her always felt really weird, and I still have a big issue with that today because of all of that.
Yeah.
Just this feeling of being pushed aside so she could take center stage all the time.
Yeah.
That kind of feeling, without having specific examples of things that happened to tell you about. It was just, I heavily remember that overall feeling of just being kind of pushed to the side, pushed out of the way. But I do remember birthdays that I really liked.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear about that.
I think those memories stand out more to me as far as birthdays go, with things that went well or okay, or, where I had fun. I remember this one, I don't know if I lived in Texas or if we had moved to South Carolina already, but I had a birthday party at, I think, like a putt-putt golf or, some kind of golf, outdoor little mini golf. That's what they call it, mini golf. I had a birthday at this mini golf place / pizza place or something. And I remember having a good time. I wore my Joe McIntyre t-shirt.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
had a vest, a silky vest
Have
that
any
was, yeah, it had buttons on it. The fuck? No, but here's the thing. So at some point I didn't have my vest on, and I'll have to post this picture when we put this episode out. This will be the cover picture of the episode. It's me with my giant curly fro of hair because I would get home perm. My mom would home perm me every year.
I'm sure nothing goes wrong with home perms.
Oh, that's a nut. You know what? Add that to your list. Hailey hates at-home perms. We could do a whole episode. I could tell you stories.
Adding it to the list.
Okay, so where was I?
Mini golf. You had your Joe Max shirt on, your
Joe
vest.
Max shirt. Okay, so my mom, there was a short amount of years in which she was fun to be around.
Did it coincide with her being medicated?
I don't know. Something happened at some point, and she became a different person. But she was very crafty and creative. You know, like when we lost a tooth and the tooth fairy came, the dollars that were under our pillow had glitter on them.
Yeah.
And she would make sure every Christmas to put like Santa footprints of soot on the carpet or whatever. And there would be a half-eaten apple out in the yard or that Rudolph had, you know, like little creative things like that. She did do those things when I was a little kid. I remember stuff like that. She sewed a lot. She made a lot of my clothes. Bad fashion choices on my part. But she made some of my clothes and stuff for me because I was a large child and there wasn't a lot to fit me. I was just talking about my friend today about the struggle finding plus size cute clothes in the 80s and 90s. It was practically impossible. Tangent. So she made this birthday pin brooch for me to wear for my party. And I have this brooch on my shoulder like an epaulette thing. And it is made of beads and limp balloons. Of all colors.
Limp balloons?
Yellow and blue and red and maybe green. I don't remember. Yeah, so like limp, not blown up balloon. And
just beads and used condoms.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. I don't think I still have it. The balloons would probably be disintegrated. But it's like beads threaded through a limp balloons, and then it all stuck on a pin back. So it made this giant, movable, flappy thing. Anyway, for some reason, it was on the top of my shoulder like a shoulder pad, and it looks so fucking dumb.
Did you enjoy it though at the time?
Yeah, I loved it. It was colorful and celebratory, and I thought it was cute. Why not put it there?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't a risk taker. But, you know, I liked the creativity. I liked the glitter. I liked the sparkle. I liked those fun things that you could make that nobody else had, you know, because you created it or whatever. Like I had a pair of white canvas, like Kmart version of Keds shoes. And my mom painted it for me. She painted these canvas shoes with fabric paints. And I don't remember what the background color of it was, but then it was covered with glitter paint. And then there were all these little rhinestones glued on. And I loved it. The idea, like this is me and my fashion in a nutshell, is tinny shoes that are covered in glitter and rhinestones. That's kind of me. Like I'm practical. I want to be comfortable, but I want to be blinged out to the fucking gods, you know? So I'm like glam casual. Glamdual. That's my fashion sense. Anyway, that's a mouthful. I loved these shoes. I loved these shoes so much, and I wore them to school. But then people started making fun of me. What I'm going to say is a slur to groups of people, and I'm aware of that, but I'm just trying to tell you this story. And it's not the N-word, okay? So don't worry about that. So I'm wearing these shoes, and people started making fun of me at school, especially this asshole named Jeffrey Price.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. And he would call me Gypsy Girl every day when I wore these shoes. And he'd point at my shoes and call me this, and I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant, and I didn't understand why my shoes were the problem. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved my shoes. They were sparkly and shit. They
Yeah.
were cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like, I helped my mom make them or whatever. So, anyway, it was because in the area that I grew up, there was a large population of Romani people. And if you've ever seen them, at least, I mean, I don't know if all of them do this. I don't know what the way of life, the culture is of that exactly. But the little girls would all have like full faces of makeup,
Oh, dang.
these pristine little designer looking outfits,
Oh, wow.
lots of rhinestones, glitter sequins. I mean, basically dressed like a middle-aged woman when they're 10.
Yeah.
Lots of big hairspray, the whole 9 yards. And because they usually had like shiny shoes and shit and sequins and glitter and they were all done up, I guess my blinged out shoes reminded him of this and he thought he'd make fun of me for it. So I stopped wearing the shoes after he just kept on and on and on about it. No,
That
I wouldn't wear
sucks.
them to school anyway.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I don't know why I got on that tangent. Sorry.
Okay.
Tangent alert. I hope that didn't terrify anyone, Brandon. Tangent alert. Oh, I was describing that my mom was creative and nice at some point
Oh, yeah. Yep.
in time. And then I told you about the balloon thing. I totally got off track. But anyway, I did wear this limp balloon brooch. And I remember this birthday because it was New Kids themed, because my cake had laminated New Kids cards on it. There's New Kids like baseball cards. I have so
Yeah.
many.
Yeah.
And my mom had taken 3 cards that I had doubles of and laminated those and put them on my cake, and so it was New Kids theme. So that was probably when I turned 9, to be honest with you. So I lived in Texas and South Carolina when I was 9, so I don't know where the fuck I was. Sorry. Don't remember. But then I do remember once I think it was my 10th birthday. So the following year, there was actually New Kids merch now. So I had the whole New Kids party pack. I had the
Ooh.
tablecloth and the balloons and the
Oh, shit.
paper plates and the napkins and the cups and all of that, all New Kids.
Yeah, yeah.
And I actually have, I think, one of all of those things upstairs in my New Kids box. I definitely have some of the table balloons. I have the paper plate. I have a napkin. I do have the paper cup. And I think I have the tablecloth, actually, or at least a piece of it. So, yeah, I do have most of it upstairs. I'll have to try to get those out and show people, too. It's here, people. I'm not lying. I'm not making this shit up. I have it. So, I remember that one because we were in South Carolina and I lived at this house that had a pool in the back, an in-ground pool. It was like a good pool.
Ooh.
And I loved to swim. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And I did it all the time. I pretended like I was a mermaid. I'd flap my feet on the water. I always had to wear goggles though. And then I would drape a towel over the end of the diving board and that would be my little mermaid cave that I lived in. So I would swim into the cave and I was able to put all my little stuff, my goggles and my water, whatever I had
Yeah.
under the diving board so it was safe. And I'd have Barbies and stuff swimming around like mermaids, and
Nice, nice.
that was fun times.
Yeah.
That was good. But we had a pool party, so I had friends over and all of the New Kids party stuff. We probably had hamburgers and hot dogs and chips and that kind of thing and
Yeah.
swam all afternoon.
Nice.
And so I loved that because my friends were there and there was New Kids and I got to swim.
Hell yeah.
So I remember that one being good. And then I just start to after that, I start to remember that location. So we had this covered patio on the back of the house, just like a cement patio, nothing
Yeah.
fancy. And then after that party, I just get flashes of like shit that happened
Oh, yeah.
on the patio. Like my brother ripped all the hair out of my Barbie doll and my dad was mean to my dog and just, various shit like that then starts to flash and play
Yeah, yeah.
after a certain age. So I guess, shit really went down after I was 10.
Yikes. I'm
Well, sorry. That's not like that's just the way it is. I'm not. But see, that's the way my mind works too, where I'm like, oh yeah, this thing. Oh, but then all this happened. Wah wah. Sorry.
Well, when I was a kid, my favorite birthday parties were we used to. Well, for one, I'm born on Christmas, so I've never really had a birthday party on my birthday,
Oh, yeah.
with anybody there or anything like that. So I know when I was younger, you could rent out. There was this arcade at the mall
Mm-hmm.
called Aladdin's Castle,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd rent it. You could rent it for an hour, a few hours, or something like that.
Uh-huh.
They had like a back room, and that's where your cake and presents would be. And then you could just go buck wild playing any of the video games in the arcade.
Oh, wow.
And I'm sure I had like 3 or 4 birthday parties there, and those were always my favorite. Although they started getting like cheaper and cheaper, where they'd only give you like so many rolls of tokens and stuff. And
Yeah.
like in the beginning, they'd unlock the machine, and then you just go chick, 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 and you'd like hit the little thing, and it just all the credits you wanted and stuff.
Oh,
And,
shit.
but then they started getting cheaper and cheaper, which is like, there's no cost to you for how many video games I play.
Yeah.
It's just being powered. Just let me play all the video games I want to play in the time allotted. Don't limit me. So I
You
think
still
they,
say that to this day, don't you?
yeah. Don't limit me. So I think after that, started renting video game systems and having birthdays at home or something like that. So yeah, that was kind of my childhood good ones were like that.
I just thought of a
The
song
parties.
for your birthday.
Okay.
Shawnee, the Christmas baby, he's so sad and so alone. That's why I laughed earlier when I was trying to be quiet during your story, but
Well, I think my favorite actual birthday growing up is I have no idea which one it was, but I got a Wicket, like the stuffed one.
yeah, I'm jealous of that.
He was, I don't know, he's a good like 1.5 or 2 feet tall or something like that.
I was gonna say like maybe 14 inches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's pretty good size, and yeah, man, I love Wicket.
When you said you had a birthday at an arcade, I also remembered some fun ones I had bowling.
Oh yeah,
Just the idea. I don't remember the days. I don't have examples.
yeah.
But what was it? Bowling and skating, like a skating rink birthday?
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit. I've been trying to figure out how we could rent out that skating rink at Oaks Park for my birthday.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of expensive,
oh yeah.
but I would
Is it?
love to just rent it out for an evening and skate.
What about your 21st birthday? Did you go out on that day?
Oh man. So, okay. I lived in Boston for, well, 6 months. It seemed longer. But I'd always wanted to move to Boston, and I finally did. But it is a long story to tell you about what went down. But I was only there for 6 months. So I come back home and live with my mom and stepdad, but it doesn't go well. And I decide to move down towards Los Angeles to live with a friend and her parents to get out of the situation I was in and to just try to get a change of scenery, see if things can go well somewhere else, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So I was down there when I turned 21. So we went to downtown Disney, and there's all these shops and stuff. You don't actually have to go into one of the parks.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
all of these different shops. There was a Swarovski crystal shop, which I always loved because the front was all mirrors, so it was always shiny. And there were Disney stores with Disney stuff and little boutiques and various little eateries and all kinds of things. There was also a Hard Rock Cafe. And so the friend that I was living with, she had some friends there that she had known before she moved to Boston and all of that, because we had lived together in Boston. And we went and hung out with these friends of hers that I'd never met before. There was also, I believe, a Hot Topic at downtown Disney. And so I decided I wanted to bleach my hair dark red on the tips like Christina Aguilera.
Okay, okay.
So we were at Hot Topic, I bought the hair bleach and the dark red Manic Panic hair color. And I was going to do a at-home job, which I can tell you about in a minute. So we went shopping. We hung out. I think we actually went to Universal Studios that time. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I remember wearing this is the only time I've ever worn camo. This mesh-ish cheap $10 camouflage tank top with some writing on it in rhinestones that said glam or something. That was the style back then. I'm pretty sure we went to Universal Studios. I'm going to look for the pictures now. And we ate at Hard Rock Cafe for dinner. And there was a group of guys down the way that found out it was my birthday, and they bought me a drink. And we stood outside and took some pictures under the big guitar. So that was pretty much my 21st birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a hurricane at Hard Rock Cafe. I did dye my tips dark red, but when you bleach your hair to become white, when you put the dark red on, the dark red becomes hot neon pink. So I had hot neon pink tips, and my friend's mom was very upset because she was very appearance focused. And so she called me Pinky and told me that she wasn't taking me anywhere until I fixed my hair. She went and got some different kind of hair dye so I could dye my hair back to the natural color it was. So I had pink tips for 2 days.
2 days.
Because I did have to go to work and work in. I think we worked with her mom at her office, like collating papers and stuff for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they didn't want me in a professional setting with hot pink hair. That was seen as just very tragic. And she's the same lady that told me I'd be really cute and had a cute shape if I lost weight. So, very appearance focused. But I enjoyed the pink tips, and I'll have to find that picture too. I'm going to have to write all this down so I can make sure I get all these pictures.
My 21st birthday, of course, was on Christmas Day.
Right. So you got wasted with Santa.
Yeah. I think for some reason we were out of town in like Seattle or something at a hotel, and sitting with dinner with my parents, I got to have a beer.
Wow. That is very celebratory.
Woo woo.
Did you go out with your friends or anything after? Or, like later on?
I think I probably went up to Seattle to visit my friend LL Cool K, and we probably partied.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Ladies love Cool Kyle.
Well, he was very nice and brought me a MAC makeup brush set when he stayed with us for a few days. So he was nice. Cool remains to be seen. I'll challenge him on that. Just kidding. So then my 22nd birthday was pretty memorable because my dog Bo died 3 days before my birthday. I had him since I was 10, so this was my 22nd birthday, so he was 12, and I was devastated.
Yeah.
And so my friend Summer came from Seattle to Portland and got a hotel for us. She paid for stuff the whole weekend, and we went out dancing. It was the first time I'd ever been to a club or done anything like that, And I looked cute. I had this low-cut red top on. And anyway, when we got to this club, they had dollar drinks. And there were these drinks called grape knee-highs. Do you know what these are?
No.
I don't remember what was in it. There was also something purple. And they were, fruity. And you could easily get drunk off them. And they were $1. So, we had quite a few before people even really got to the club. And I remember we had gone to the bathroom and there was a lady, I want to say it was like a clit piercing or something. She was talking about it. And she wanted to show us her piercing. And I know there was someone with a tongue piercing. I mean, people were nice, but it was very scandalous to me.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'd been out to anything like this. And I felt so self-conscious because I was the biggest person there, and I just felt like I stood out oddly, and I was really terrified of dudes talking to me and stuff. I was just very shy and very self-conscious and had very low self-esteem.
Oh, yeah.
So everything was just oh my God, I don't. Anyway, I drank enough to where I wasn't too bad. And somehow the DJ found out it was my birthday and was telling people, pointing me out. And so people were buying me drinks left and right. There were some drinks that were being set on fire. And then then drank from. It was banana cakes. And so then dudes would start coming over and wanting to dance with me. And I remember me and Summer, she was the first person I danced with on the dance floor. Girlfriend by NSYNC came on. And you know I love boy bands, although I don't love NSYNC, but I do like their music. We went out and danced. That was the first song I ever danced to was Girlfriend by NSYNC on the dance floor. We were having a good time. And I remember this one time that there was this guy dancing behind me. And it was the song Back That Ass Up. That's what it was. So he was dancing behind me. I don't know if he smacked my ass. I don't remember that now. But he was like leaning into my ear saying, "You a big fine woman in my ear." And it just like freaked me out. It was too close. Just don't be that close to me. I don't know you.
Yeah.
And it freaked me out and I like ran away off the dance floor.
Eek!
I mean, I tried to dance and just be cool, like I wanted to be cool, but it got to be too much, and I ran away and tried to find Summer, and she had met a guy, and was very drunk, and then that was also the same night that I was dancing with this other guy, and he kissed me, and I don't know if he ate some hot dogs or something, but he tasted like mustard, like yellow mustard. And to this day, I hate yellow mustard. I hate the smell of it. I hate the taste of it. I don't want it on my sandwiches.
We can only have Dijon or Stone Ground.
Or honey mustard. Yeah.
Yep. No yellow mustard.
I don't want to
household.
see yellow mustard. I don't want to know it exists. It was just gross, So it was a weird night because I did get very drunk. But so did my friend. And she wanted to go with these guys somewhere. They had a bachelor party or something and they wanted us to join them. And my friend could not stand up on her own. She needed help to get down the stairs. Like me and the guy that she had been dancing with helped her down the stairs to get out of the club when we left. And I was having to hold her up while these other guys are like, "You sure you don't want to come with us? We're going to go hang out and go to this club and that club and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "I don't think so. She needs to go rest." And yeah, it was odd. And they were nice enough. They didn't seem creepy. It wasn't like a bad vibe from them, but there was no way we were. And I'm always the mom friend who tries to take care of people when I can. So I was always the one helping the drunk people, move about and get to where they need to be so they're safe.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was a very memorable one for all kinds of reasons. And I don't remember being that hungover the next day, which is insane to me because I drink like a bottle of wine now and I'm hungover. Which sounds like a lot to y'all. And then I do remember on my actual birthday, so that was probably the day before my birthday, on my actual birthday, she was so hungover she couldn't leave the hotel. And I had to walk like, I don't know, 6-7 blocks down to the KFC because I wanted the 20-piece chicken bits thing they had going on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. So I got
us. They had them boneless wings or something.
Yeah, I don't like wings with bones. Anyway, I got us food and stuff and came back to the hotel and we just chilled, but very memorable. Oh, and then the other memorable birthday. I'm not done yet, you guys. You're going to have to hear me talk. I'm so sorry. This is a podcast. My other memorable birthday was when I turned 18. But this is another Debbie Downer, and I'm sorry, but imagine living it. That's what I'm going to say from now on whenever somebody's like, "You're too sad." 2 days before my 18th birthday, my dad died. So the day that we're recording this is Dead Dad Day, and I've actually been okay this year.
Yeah.
It hasn't really been an issue. Like Mother's Day wasn't as big of an issue, but I did set boundaries around it to allow myself to have time away from it, Yeah. But I'm okay for Dead Dad Day this year, but that doesn't mean that next year something won't be triggered, or whatever. It's frustrating.
Tomorrow.
yeah, even tomorrow, even like next week. So I'm just trying to enjoy the time that I'm not feeling down.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, I'm making progress on my healing. I don't know. It's up and down all around. But it is nice to have times where you don't have to constantly worry about stuff and think about stuff and be sad. So I'm enjoying the time with a decent nervous system. And I'm not going to complain about it and I'm not going to pressure it. I'm just going to say, oh, hey, hey, nice nervous system. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here today. Hope you stick around.
Yeah. Good.
So, yeah, that's that's the ones that just jump out at me off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, everybody's going to have a bad birthday here and there, I'd imagine. And I got some 12 ways to conquer the birthday blues.
Oh, okay.
So, number 1, don't overly plan your day if you're easily overwhelmed.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't planned shit yet, so I guess I'm on the right track.
Number 2, set it and forget it. Sounds like you're already doing that.
Set it and forget it. Oh, they mean plan it and don't worry about it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they mentioned maybe earlier in the year, sign up for some freebie birthday stuff or things like that. That kind of
bitch, I done got 15 birthday emails. I know what I'm doing in that department. Do you know what Naturalizer put out today? These cool purple high heels, and I want them. I don't know what I'm going to wear them with, but they are cool, and I want them. And I have a $10 off for my birthday coupon. So I'm thinking about using it.
Nice. Number 3, appreciate the people who are thinking of you.
Well, what if they don't tell me they're thinking of me?
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. You got to tell me. I can't read your mind, and I don't want to hear about it when I'm dead. I want to hear about it now.
Yeah, true.
So, if you love me, tell me. I want to know now.
I love you, girl.
Because I do appreciate it.
Yes. Think about the benefits of getting older.
Like what?
Peer pressure.
When I'm older?
You don't have to worry about it so much.
Oh, well,
you got less peers.
Look. I've been a New Kids on the Block fan since I was 8. I was a virgin until I was 28. Peer pressure is not my issue.
Mark the occasion in a way that feels right for you.
Peer pressure was the only thing you could come up with for benefits of getting older.
Old people discounts.
I still got a bit for that.
Yeah.
Don't tempt me with your capitalism. When I have 10, 15 more years.
I mean, I guess...
When do you get the discounts? Is it 55 or 60?
I think it's 55.
Okay, well, I got 13 good years left to get to that.
Yeah. I guess when you're young, I guess you can look forward to turning 21 or turning 25 where you can finally, rent a car, go on an actual vacation, things like that. But after that, I'm not sure what you're going to look forward to getting older.
No, I agree with that.
They don't give any examples, so...
Nobody's like, woohoo, I'm 40! Yes! Unless you're really happy to be alive. That's a little different.
I know, the problem with 40 is you're like, oh man, I'm into my career now and everything. I'm doing stuff, depending on where you're at. But I mean, that's how you're expected to be or something, But then it's well, shit, with where Social Security is now, I don't get to retire for another 30 years.
Damn. You just brought the room down, Sean.
Yeah.
With that.
Even if you retire at 65, I mean, shit. That's still, another 22 years for me. I mean...
Here's how I feel about getting older. Your brain is getting better, typically, overall. Not for everyone. But, you're wiser. You think about things more. You have worked on yourself, hopefully. You have a better control of your emotions, more emotional intelligence. You give less fucks. You are happier in that way, maybe. But then your body don't want to do everything that your mind wants to do.
Yeah.
It's I give less fucks. I'm ready to go see this thing and that thing and do this and that and be happy doing it and be able to enjoy the moment and not worry about other stuff around me. But my body is I don't think so today. You're going to need to sleep longer. You're going to need to do less or your muscles are going to hurt.
Yeah. That's why I want to keep doing things and traveling every year, even if I never retire and just work till I die. That works for me, because I'd much rather be able to do stuff now when I can still get around and do things than when I'm 70. I'm not going to be hiking the trails in the redwoods.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if we could.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're trying, but more than likely, we're just not going to feel like it. We're just going to go sit there
Yep.
in the redwoods.
Take a nap.
But yeah, like when I got better from cancer, we started traveling a lot, and I was fine with that. Like I'm fine that we haven't started working on the yard till now because we were
Yeah.
able to go travel and do stuff while we could because there will come a time when we just don't feel like it or we can't for whatever reason. So yeah, why not go as many places and do as many things now? That's kind of like my issue with when we go somewhere. I want to do everything. I want to see everything because what if I don't get to come back? What if something happens, anything happens, and I don't get to be here again? I want to do it all. I want to see it all.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of where that comes into, I guess.
So, moral of the story from Haley and Sean: get out there and travel.
Yeah, go do it.
Experience shit.
Mm-hmm.
Meet different kinds of people.
Well, Haley doesn't assign that one to anyone.
You've met nice people on travels.
No, I have met nice people on travels, but I don't set out to meet people. I set out to be away from people.
Well, just
Unless I like
experiencing
them already, you know.
experiencing the other cultures.
No,
I
yeah,
feel,
it is. Like traveling is always something that points out to me, look at all the dipshits, but look at all the nice people.
yeah, yeah, and experience the cultures and everything.
The scenery, the weird groceries. If you ever go to another country, go to the grocery store.
Oh, for sure.
See what they got.
Yeah,
There's weird names, there's weird labels, there's all kinds of things that you have never heard of before. And you might find some stuff that you like. And take pictures of it all. You don't have to buy anything, just take pictures of it.
yeah. Where were the? It was either in the UK or Iceland where they had like cocktail shrimp flavored chips.
I think that was the UK. I think that's when we
Yeah.
were the grocery store in Liverpool. There were
Iceland, I
some
can't
weird
remember.
chip flavors.
There was, I think it was in Iceland. There was something like instead of ranch Doritos, I think they had like American Doritos or cowboy Doritos, something like
Oh,
that.
really?
Because ranch didn't make sense there.
Yeah. I'm sure we took pictures of stuff. I'll have to
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
find the pictures.
All right, I'm back on the list. Yeah, we're talking about benefits of getting older. Whatevs. Number 5, mark the occasion in a way that feels right to you.
I think that's a good one because don't pressure yourself. If you don't feel like going out and being celebratory, then don't. You know, maybe do something else nice for yourself. Order some takeout that you like or what have you. Don't put pressure on it if you don't want it. You don't have to have a big birthday party. You don't have to go out and do something crazy. Maybe you stay at home and journal and drink your favorite beverage and have your favorite pizza and watch your favorite movie. Like, that's good enough if that's what you want.
Yeah, yeah. And remember, you're only a day older than you were the day before, so, no biggie.
Wow. That's one of the cutest things I think you've ever said. You're only a day older than the day you were before, so
Yeah.
who cares? Who cares?
Indeed. Number
That's
6.
interesting. No, that helps me, I think.
Number 6, reflect on why you dislike your birthday. So, yeah, just a little analyze it.
You know, I don't hate my birthday. I like the way it looks written down. May 12th, 5/12. I don't know. I just think it looks good.
Yeah.
And I like being a Taurus. But I think once my dad died and then my dog died later on, I felt like I was cursed. Like there was something wrong with me. And it was around my birthday because it was me that was the problem. And it was me that was the curse.
Yeah.
So that was a long period of hating myself and my birthday, thinking
Yeah.
I was a curse, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was important for me to figure out why the fuck it was, what was going on with me
Yeah.
to make me feel that way. And then I could enjoy my birthdays again
Yeah, there you go.
at
Boom.
some point. I mean, some years are better than others.
Number 7, spend time with friends, family, or pets.
I stand behind that completely.
Absolutely.
If I could have all my friends from all over the place be in one place and shower me with love and compliments and gifts, I would love that. That would be the best. Again, I don't want y'all to wait till my funeral to do it.
Number 8, volunteer or donate to a charity.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Remember, I think it was my birthday one year. It was
Yeah.
like a Mother's Day birthday thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sean and his mom and I went to help with this Outlander group who put meals together. They would cook that whole morning for houseless people and then go take the meals to the people.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we served the people and that wanted food, and it felt good. And we went to the farmers market and Saturday market
Yeah.
in Portland, and yeah, that was a good birthday. Yeah, that felt good.
Yeah.
We got up too early. I didn't like getting up early. But
Yeah, it was a bit early.
you had to prepare the
You gotta
food
prep
and
it.
cook the food, and
And then you got to also get all the cleaning done beforehand, I think.
yeah, because it was at one of those rooms in a church that's like for their gatherings.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a kitchen and a dining area kind of room. It's a lot.
So you got to get all that done before lunchtime.
But it was really rewarding to see the people
Yeah.
eat and have a warm meal
Yeah, for sure.
and get some kind of nourishment, and to know that people cared enough to make them a meal. I mean, they were very
Yeah.
kind, and, just eye-opening to see how many people
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
to get food. Yeah, it felt very special to me.
Number 9. Get some exercise to spend time in nature.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, definitely nature.
Yeah, I've gotten off track with our walks,
Yeah.
and we need to get back out into the woods. I miss it. It does feel nice to go walk in nature.
Number 10. Avoid FOMO. Don't compare your celebration to others.
And don't say FOMO. The only time I think that's okay is when we call Dobby baby FOMO, because he's always worried that he's going to miss out on something if some other noise is happening somewhere, if people have left the room. He's like, ooh, are they getting food? Let me go see.
Yeah.
So when we call Dobby baby FOMO on occasion, I think that is appropriate. But you're just going around saying FOMO? No. No, Mo.
No FOMO, YOLO. Number 11.
Sean. You're not going to clock the face I'm giving you?
I could feel it.
So you couldn't laugh when I said FOMO? No, Mo. But then you threw out your yellow thing? Is it just because you were thinking so hard about doing it to piss me off?
It's possible.
Yeah, it is. I know that I'm right.
Number 11. Whether you decide to add your birthday to social media or not, be ready to handle the response or lack thereof.
When people say happy birthday to me on social medias, I like to think in each of them individually. I don't want to do a next day, oh, hey, thanks everybody for the birthday wishes. No, you're getting a personalized thank you from me. I'm going to take the time to do it because I appreciate it.
Number 12, the final one, set realistic expectations.
Oh, that one I got a problem with. Yeah, me and realistic expectations have never gotten along. I think because I have lots of daydreams. So I don't know if it's dissociation. I don't know if it's just the way that I try to prepare for every possible scenario of every event, or what else it could be. But I have lots of daydreams, or I'll go over different scenarios of different things that can happen during different events. I have all kinds of different viewpoints, but my highest expectation is usually a very romanticized version of whatever is happening. Like my life is playing out like a rom-com and I'm the main character. Things never happen like that. It never goes quite like that. There's been some very distinct memories where it did go well like that, but usually it doesn't. And those are my expectations. And then I have not only been disappointed by just reality, but I've broken my own heart by setting my expectations to this probably impossible standard of what I think should happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I gotta work on that.
This is one that I imagine that Hailey's probably already thought of for
okay.
our birthday. Is, I take her out for, I don't know, let's say lunch or something. We come out, boom, I got a flash mob going. There's dancing and stuff. And then Mark V. Healy comes out and starts singing. And then her and him have a duet. And then, like, he sets her up for this, like, great end note. And then just everybody starts clapping and applauding. And then he leans in and gives her a kiss.
Now this is freaky. Because I don't know how you've seen my daydreams or my night dreams, but I don't understand how you got all of that right. I've had that exact scenario run through my mind in a myriad of different ways. Sometimes you're not even there. Sometimes there's just a flash mob and Mark Fahili shows up and declares his undying love for me. There's all kinds of scenarios. Some I can't even say out loud. Some I can't name. But I have had that exact scenario. How did you know?
Maybe that before Mark comes out, maybe like me and Chris Evans do like a crisscross like dance together. Or
something. My God, that'd be great. I didn't think of that. That's going to be in there now. Gives me something to add to it. Shit, you got that right, dude. Wow. Fool.
Sorry. We watched this Love After Lockup show, and this is one guy, Anton, who got out of prison. He's always telling
He calls the woman that he's supposed to be with fool all the time. I don't know about that fool. It's the funniest thing. And also, if I was her, I would beat the living shit out of him for calling me fool. I don't like when a man calls me fool, dude. Well, there's other stuff. And I don't like when chicks call me hun. Or I don't like when anybody calls me hun. It bothers me. But fool cracks me up. It also pisses me off.
Well, I may not be able to pull off the whole full flash mob, Chris Evans, Mark Fahili and everything, but...
Okay, if you can only do one of those things, get Mark Fahili and have him sing to me. He can sing whatever he wants, but I'd love for him to sing Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera because he did so good on The Masked Singer UK. Yeah. I listened to it over and over again, and it is amazing. Have him sing anything. He can sing anything he wants, but sing it to me.
Yeah.
So just get Mark Fahili. You got 2 days.
Well, I did feel like I got at least one birthday pretty good.
Yes. You want to tell him about it?
Was that your 30th birthday?
Well, you gave me a surprise party on my 30th birthday.
Okay.
You and Nigel planned the surprise party for me. And that shook me. Because I was planning for a party the next weekend, and I was so confused when I came home and there were people in my house that I hadn't cleaned yet. And I hadn't decorated for because we had gone out to buy the decorations that day. And you bought the decorations. And I was just like, so confused. Like, well, who's coming next weekend then? If we're doing this now. It was very confusing. No, what birthday was that? I think it was like 37 or 38 or something.
Oh, yeah.
So first of all, the New Kids Thankful CD came out that day. So I was already very excited. When I got in the car when we were going somewhere... Because you didn't tell me. You said it was all a surprise. When we got in the car, you'd already gone to Target to get the exclusive version of the album. And had it in the car waiting for me. So I do remember that part.
Oh, yeah.
All right, take it away.
Yeah. Popping that sweet New Kids CD, driving into Portland, take her to a place to get some brunch. I think it was even like some Southern-inspired food.
Yeah, I do remember it being really tasty.
Yeah, it was really tasty. So we had a nice meal. And then I think we went over to the escape room.
Yeah, I'd always wanted to do an escape room.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It was.
We figured it out. We got out.
Yeah, we kicked ass.
And then I think we went home, and I gave you a card that had like a sloth on it. And I said, you're going to meet sloths right now.
Yeah.
Get changed for sloths.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, what? What? Sloths? And then I had to go figure out what to wear to meet the sloths.
Yeah, so there's a place, I don't know, not too far from here where they have some rescue sloths. Back then, they were able to allow people to come in and kind of see the sloths, and you could feed them. So we got to go into this like cool atrium thing where they had this whole setup for the sloths, and we got to see them. And
Yeah, you could go watch them, look at them, take
yeah,
pictures of them, take pictures with them. Just don't let them grab your hair with their claws.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you could feed them, you could pet them.
Just gotta be
I
quiet.
just liked looking at their little faces. Yeah, you couldn't be too loud. They got spooked easy, and I said I understood because so do I. So I just like looked at them and cooed about them and took pictures. It was really cool to see them up close, and they have the cutest little faces.
Yeah, they do.
It was really fun. We came back home and got ready for dinner,
Yeah,
and then I got to go to one of our favorite restaurants.
and your friends were there.
Yeah, my
Surprise
friends were
you.
there. Yeah. So it was really great. It was
Yeah.
a really good day.
Yeah. I don't think I've been able to beat that, but
Get Mark Hailey and boom.
would you be interested to hear about other people born on your birthday?
Oh, okay.
Who you share a day that you came out into the world?
Okay, I thought you were going to say it came out of your mother's vagina, and I didn't want to hear that.
I don't know why you said it.
Because I thought that's what you were going to say, and I needed to tell you that I'm glad you didn't say that.
Well, you got Katharine Hepburn,
Oh, cool.
Rami Malek,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Florence Nightingale.
All right.
We're going down the list now. Emilio Estevez,
Emilio!
Emily Van Camp.
Oh, she's the blonde from that show we used to watch.
Yeah, the murder one, and then she is also
Oh,
Sharon Carter,
that's right.
the niece of Peggy Carter.
Oh, was it the niece?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. And I love Hayley Atwell and Chris Evans, so...
Yeah, Tony Hawk the skateboarder,
Oh, interesting.
George Carlin,
Oh, okay.
Domhnall Gleeson.
I'm trying to remember his face.
He was in that Run show on HBO Max.
Oh, that's a good show.
He was
Run?
in the Star Wars Force
He was a
Awakens
bad guy, right?
ones and stuff. Yep.
He's one of them anemic dark side guys.
Yeah. Yeah. You got Ving Rhames,
Oh, really?
Yogi Berra.
Not Yogi Bear?
No, not Yogi
Hey,
Bear.
boo-boo. Where's my picnic basket?
Burt Bacharach.
That's my Yogi Bear impression.
That was good.
Burt Bacharach?
Yep.
Oh, dang.
Someone you've met, Catherine Tate.
What?
Yep.
Sean. If I knew that, I would have used it as a talking point with her. She was cool.
Yeah.
She loved my shirt. And she gave me more attention than she did you. You were just an extra. She was like, she's cool. I'm going to talk to her. And she was so nice. And if I knew we shared a birthday, I would have said, we have the same birthday, Catherine. Cool, huh? Because I always try to go in with something to say to them.
Yep. Yep.
Although that didn't work well all the time. Okay. I was gonna say something to Sam Hewen. Nothing came out. I was just like, hi. He was
He's
very
a tall, handsome man.
yeah. It was very distracting.
Great
And equally,
smile.
Katrina,
Yeah.
she was so cool, but it was very intimidating, and she's so pretty, and I wanted her to love me, and I knew that there was nothing I could say to make that happen in such a short amount of time. And so, yeah, I was very starstruck by those two. I mean, I didn't make a fool of myself. Well, I did. I did make a fool of myself with Sam Hewen. That's another show. Add meet and greets to your list. Going in with something to say is a better idea. Just make sure you come up with something cooler. Like, I think the birthday thing is good. We have the same birthday. Cool. We only have a few seconds to talk, but that makes me memorable to you, maybe.
Yeah.
But like when I met Richard Rankin, he was already incredibly attractive. And I was very, again, just kind of like caught off guard. And I felt very shy and nervous.
Did he talk to you first, or did you talk to him first?
Well, he said the first word because I was walking towards him, and he says, "New Kids on the Block," in his Glaswegian accent, which was beautiful because I was wearing my New Kids t-shirt. And I was like, yeah, I love them. I've loved them for ages. And he came over, and I think they were like, there was something going on where we didn't take the picture immediately. I'm telling the whole story now, but I leaned in because I thought we were going to have to take the picture fast and I was going to have to go. But then he asked me how I was doing, and I said, great. And I forget what else he said after that. I've probably written it down better somewhere. But then he pulls me in really close to him, and I felt like my hair on his face, and I was just like, wow, he's cool with me getting this close to him. And we take the picture, and I told him he was so handsome, and he said that was really sweet and told me to have a great day. He was very nice and very charming.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
the Glaswegian accent. So yeah, that was one time where I went in like, I'm just going to have to tell him he's handsome. Otherwise it's going to come out as mouth diarrhea and I'm going to look like a complete nincompoop. So I just said, I'm going to tell him that he's handsome. And I did. And it was fine. I felt stupid, but, I should have come up with something better, but I was caught off guard by his beauty.
Just a couple more. You got Kim Fields from Facts of Life.
She was also in Living Single, which I watched constantly when it was on TV.
You also share your birthday with maybe some people you weren't going to be as impressed with.
Hitler, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I forget when Hitler's birthday is. I thought it was around my birthday. Just another reason I thought the curse was upon us.
Well, it's not quite Hitler, but you got K. Madison Trump.
Ew.
Donald Trump Jr.'s daughter.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You got Stephen Baldwin, one of the more booty whack Baldwin brothers.
Booty whack is a good term for that.
Those are probably the most noteworthy.
Upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, when is Hitler's birthday? Oh, April 20th. April 20th. That's my little sister's birthday. It's also 420. It's also, I want to say it was Brian from Westlife's birthday. So this is the kind of middle school / early high school person I was. Claire Danes, she was my favorite actress, My So-Called Life. Love her. She's so good. Her birthday was April 12th. My birthday is May 12th. And Anne Frank, who I was obsessed with, her birthday is June 12th.
Oh, I see.
I read Anne Frank's diary like multiple times. It was so devastating to me. And I was more comfortable in the devastation because of my childhood that somehow reading it brought me comfort in some ways. And just the tragedy of it, how just her whole attitude, despite all of the stuff that she was going through, was just awe-inspiring to me, that she could be hopeful in her setting. And I thought maybe it would help me be more hopeful in my setting, because I wasn't hiding from the Nazis, Like I just had an abusive parents.
Yeah.
So I don't know, somehow it was just kind of comforting to me, and I read it multiple times, so I was kind of obsessed with Anne Frank.
Well, I would say I don't share a birthday with quite as impressive people.
Some would say Jesus.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But I think it's also debatable, if he was actually born on Christmas
Oh, it's
Day.
very debatable.
So I got Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy Buffett.
Huh.
Dido.
Really?
Rod Serling.
Who's that?
He did Twilight Zone.
Okay.
Would you like to know what the internet at least says are the worst day to have a birthday and the best day to have a birthday?
And what are they basing their standards on?
It's like surveys and like looking at like famous people and shit.
What does that mean? Does it mean like
It's
the
not
best
super
day is the
scientific.
one with the least amount of people born, or what is that? What are they basing it on?
All right, let me get into it.
Okay.
All right, so first we'll start out with the worst day to be born. Now, this is more of like America, things like that, I would say, because they're saying December 16th based on the amount of presents people got and the amount of people who came to their parties and things of that nature.
Oh my God, that's all bullshit stuff.
So this survey or whatever figured out the 16th because it's like far enough away from Christmas that
So this is a survey done by capitalism?
yeah, I guess so.
So what is the best day then?
So part of the study was also by like a flower company.
Capitalism.
Yep. Yeah, and then how many presents they got, how many people came to their parties, and so on.
Capitalism.
Yeah. And it was a pretty small. It was only like 2,000 people or something they looked at for that. So
Weird.
But I could see that. Like,
were they all white people? Were
oh
they?
yeah, they specifically said it was more like in the U.S. and stuff.
Okay.
Plus,
Yeah.
if you're also, weather-wise and stuff, if you're in the southern hemisphere,
Mm-hmm.
it's summertime, so I mean, it's not going to be that bad.
Well, it's
Stuff
like I
like that.
can't believe you never went trick or treating because it was always raining, and I had dry Halloweens where I could go trick or treating
Yeah,
and wear my costume and not get drenched.
yeah, it almost always rains
So to me,
up
that's
here.
very sad because I love Halloween.
Yeah, they wanted to say that the best day to have your birthday is June 6th.
Oh, interesting. I don't know anybody who has a birthday on June 6th, but my friend Arissa's birthday is June 5th, and she shares her birthday with Marky Mark from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I think for this episode, that covers the most of the stuff I was going to talk about for birthdays, but I was going to try and look up some, like worst birthday ever stories, and then, yeah, anything anybody wants to send in, we'd love to hear about. Worst birthdays, great birthdays.
All right, I enjoyed this. I didn't
Okay.
know where you were going. I didn't know what topic you were picking. As that's the premise. I'm not supposed to know. But I often wonder, what are you going to do this time? Where's it going to go? Am I going to be able to stay at the level that I need to be to make this interesting? It remains to be seen. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I had fun talking about it. And I do want to hear from you guys. Birthday stories. Send them
Yeah.
in.
Ooh, even if you got like Hailey's birthday daydream things, it would be pretty fun to hear some of those.
What's your optimal birthday?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Details.
the sky's the limit. What is your dream birthday? Yeah, I want to hear that too. I want to hear that too.
Chris Evans, is he
Yeah.
gonna fit in on your birthday?
Hmm?
Is he gonna fit in somewhere on your birthday?
Oh, he's going to fit in. Oh, bada bing!
Oh shit!
You set it up and knocked it out of the park. Well, I am going to go celebrate my birthday and hopefully eat something tasty and do something fun.
Hells yeah.
And I hope that all of you have a lovely weekend. And I'm gonna go party now. Oh, I hope I get to hook up my fog machine because that's what Sean got me.
Yeah. Last year, or the year
cried.
before, I can't remember. Oh yeah, you did cry.
I did cry because I've always wanted a fog machine. So let's see if I'll hook up my fog machine. Anyway, I hate to watch you leave, but I love to see you go or something like that. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.